Yo, what's good? This is your boy TPJ.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Pappy Season.
This is Hoops and Brews episode number 24. No, it's not.
Kobe year, 24.
Oh, it is.
Two classics.
Today's episode features Flows and Delini, also known as the Homie Flows.
As always, I every time I see Thomas, we get into some heated debate about something.
Yeah,
So
man.
shout out to Thomas, shout out to Pass.
I'm a polarizing troll. I mean, what can I say? That's what I do. I troll. But although I troll, but your wine point didn't make no sense, bro. If somebody buy me a $15 bottle of wine and put a $100 bottle of wine next to it, and they made from the same thing, I'm gonna taste a $100 bottle of wine. I'm like, you know what? This shit does taste silky, smoothie, and velvety, and this shit tastes like somebody made it in a bathtub, bro.
But see, it can taste better. But see, I hate when people just go and make points that I think just don't make logical sense. Like I've watched a woman taste a wine. I went to Winery, I think once or twice. And she tasted a wine, and what did she say? She said she let this left out in the sun for 10 days. I said, what? I said, what do you mean? I said, how do you know that from there? I'm like, how are you tasting a liquid and you know this? I'm like, you are lying, lady. You are lying. I said, this is not the truth. And I was like, there's no, now, you can taste it and say, oh, this is bitter, stuff like that. But when you make stuff like this was made in 1993, I'm like, bro, your tongue is not God level where you just can review the history of this wine. I think they're lying, but yeah, you taste an expensive bottle of wine or cheap bottle of wine, you're gonna taste it.
There's some stuff, yeah, shit taste it. This was brewed in 1993. Like,
This is a Chateau Pittier from 1945 in the French West Coast of Brazil. It tastes like.
But see, the thing is, wine tasters are hustlers. Wine experts, are swindlers because they still get paid for it. They know they bull BS a lot of it. They can tell you if it's good or not, but they know if they give you something to say, this wine was made in a Learjet in 1957. You're gonna say Learjet, what? Or they're gonna say, yo, this wine must be fire, and they're gonna buy the wine because you just finessed them. So shout out to them for the finesse.
While we're talking, shout out to Dame Lillard because he just lit Utah for 58 and counting.
Wow. Still.
Wait, what's the quarter?
Fourth now, but yeah.
How many minutes? It's like over.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah. I mean, it's not over there, but 183. So.
And shout out to what's his name for scoring 70. Like that was random.
That's trash.
It's not
they
trash.
Lost.
You still scored 70 points.
I mean, if you score 70, you got to win.
Yes, but if you score 70 points, it's still impressive. Like I scored 70 points.
I mean, you got to win though, because my man Kobe ain't scored 81 and lose.
I mean,
did Will lose when he scored? If he actually did it?
Come on,
100?
he did it, man. Come on, bro. Why everybody questioning my man's will? He scored 100 and came back the next night and scored 58. G. It's not like he was a pedestrian, man. He scored 100 one night, came back the next night and scored 58 points, bro. 58.
The talent difference was just so huge. That's the biggest problem about that. It's like he was just. I legitimately think if you put this man John in the NBA like in the 40s, he's gonna average 10 points at least.
If you put
ain't
Tristian
no way
Thompson,
they gonna see him put it behind his back and lose their mind.
I'm finna get up and leave. G.
What's up?
G, I'm finna get up and leave, bro. You really finna.
Hey, yo, I got this theory, right? Well, not this theory, but I'm just saying. Much respect to Bill Russell. No disrespect. I appreciate what he did for the game of basketball. I appreciate what he did for black people and all that stuff like that. But if we talking about the caliber athletes that he was playing against and who he was playing against, if you put Tristian Thompson back in the NBA in the 1960s, he would probably be as good as Bill Russell was.
Wait. Put who? Tristan Thompson?
Exactly.
Tristan Thompson.
Exactly.
Hey, man. I might agree.
Thank you. Finally. Thank you.
I'm sorry, man. It's just what they were doing back in the day. It's not impressive.
Yes.
It's not impressive.
It's not impressive, G. It's not impressive.
It's like they were throwing up floaters from half court. It's like, come on, bro. Like they didn't know what they were doing. They were dribbling like they were patting a weave. Like it was garbage. And you put somebody who's big and literally athletic, like his athleticism would have shocked them. They would see him just dunk everybody.
The title of this episode is going to be called Tristian Thompson is greater than Bill Russell.
That's a hilarious title.
But no, because the first episode of our podcast was called Tristian Thompson Greater Than Bill Russell. And that was our argument. But now on our Kobe episode, thank you for coming through for the Kobe episode, you finally agree with me, which proves that I'm right. You put Tristian Thompson on that Celtics team, they win in probably like 12 championships, bro.
I'm sorry, Bill Russell. Yeah. You said that
because nobody can play defense against Wilt but Bill Russell, bro.
So you assume that Tristian Thompson could play defense against Wilt Chamberlain?
Nobody could play defense against Wilt. It was only Bill Russell. Bill Russell was the only tall, athletic dude that could hang with Bill Russell.
Every year they had to beat the Sixers. So you saying that if you put Tristian Thompson on the Celtics, that Tristian Thompson could defend?
Tristian Thompson gonna be slamming all on Bob Cousy and his friends. All on them.
Easily.
What?
They just getting off of work from the steel mill, bro.
How much you think Russ would average if he played in that era?
Oh, like 65. Like he would average 65 points.
Easily. It's like shout out to the greats because they're the greats, but I don't want to hear somebody like Oscar Robertson talk about we shut them down. Like from the 90s on down, the 90s on up is all I want to hear people talk about. Like Magic,
late 70s. Late 70s too. Late 70s too.
No.
I mean, you got a few players.
No, you had a lot of cold players in the 70s, bro. The 70s had a lot of good basketball talent. Even like somebody like World Be Free, who wasn't like that cold, but was cold, would be cold right now too. Still, the 70s.
The thing is, they're gonna have to adjust the players who are way. See, the thing is, the NBA just got more creative. They got bigger and faster because humans' bodies adapted to playing sports more. But they got also more creative. Like the stuff they do dribbling wise, imagine Jamal Crawford playing against Bob Cousy. You know how much buckets he gonna give Bob Cousy?
He giving Bob Cousy hell.
Simply because Bob Cousy would not know what was happening to him.
But also, but also, I feel like players in like the 70s and 80s were also more fundamentally sound than players are today.
Oh, no doubt. That's all they had. They had.
So I feel like it cancels out.
But you talking about fundamental? Look.
But
who you taking the dribbling contest? Kyrie Irving or Bob Cousy?
I mean, Kyrie might have the best handles ever, period.
Yeah, but he might not always be fundamentally sound, but he giving Bob Cousy hell.
Kyrie is very fundamentally sound. He even dribbles pretty fundamental.
He dribbles like Bob Cousy?
No, but I mean, like, his dribbles are, like, tight. Steph doesn't dribble fundamental.
Fundamentals don't always mean you win. I mean, I used to, like, it was, for instance, like with basketball. The college teams, I mean, the college, but the Catholic teams in Chicago used to beat some of the city teams in ball.
Still do, for the most part.
No, they don't. The cities dominate basketball.
Now it does.
Cities dominate basketball, but Catholic leagues still dominate football because it still is nothing but a bunch of fundamentals there. Like they stick to what they're doing. Mm-hmm. If they tell you gonna play man, you gonna play man. City schools is, I ain't playing man, bro. I'm gonna get this pick. That's the difference.
I ain't playing man. I'm gonna get this pick.
So that's the difference. But no, fundamentals still matter, no doubt. But it's got to be a balance. I don't know what they would do if they came across freaking Kyrie Irving and like they see him do the stuff he does with the basketball.
Actually, I watched.
They might literally like have like an aneurysm from like the stuff that's happening.
I watched the late '80s game. I watched Celtics Hawks in '88. The game 7 in which Bird and Neek went at it. And what I realized is people really couldn't shoot. They legit didn't play any of the Hawks guards before the free throw line.
Why?
They really could not.
That's why I told you Dominique not a Hall of Famer.
No, stop.
Hold up, bro. Hold up.
Thank you.
Hold up.
Thank you, bro.
Hold up. My man Dominique was decent.
Thank you, G.
Nah,
decent.
He never made it to an Eastern Conference Finals.
How?
He never made it to the Eastern. I don't want to.
He played with Kevin Willis.
If you want the greatest of all time,
he played with Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis played 20 years and didn't make an All-Star team.
LeBron took the Cavs to
you
the
know how mid you
got
to be to play for 20 years and don't make no All-Star teams?
What do you mean?
How you play for 20 years and don't make no All-Star teams?
Look at Nick Collison. He gonna play for 20 years and not gonna play.
No, he's not gonna play for 20 years.
Nick Collison didn't been playing damn near for like
14, but he didn't start all of them. Kevin Willis started for like 15 years.
That ain't got nothing to do with Dominique being a Hall of Famer.
Gee, he had no one on his team. Look who he had to play against.
You got to make it to the Eastern or Western Conference Finals to get in my Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying. Like you gotta make it to at least the pre-dance. Like you can't even get a parking space. Like, bro, you stuck outside the parking lot. Like you trying to get into the parking lot to go to the dance.
No, if you in the playoffs, you like.
No, that's not true. Not if you get eliminated in the second round, like Chris Paul and Dominique
Get eliminated
Wilkins
in like the second round. It's like you can't get through the ropes. It's like you got to the club, but they're not really letting you in. It's like you in line and shit. They just not letting you in.